What's up, everybody? Hope you're ready for the best unboxing of waterfowl season that you're going to see this year. I hope you stay tuned, watch everything, see what we're taking with us out this year to get us some geese and some ducks. Come on, somebody. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back. I got some fun and exciting things for you. First and foremost, look, I got a little microphone. Hopefully that makes the audio sound a little bit better, but I'm excited for this fall, for hunting, for fishing, for all the content we're going to try to pump out. So today, I want a little shopping spree, all right? So we're going to have a little unboxing for you, getting ready for this upcoming waterfowl season. It's going to be good. Yesterday was my birthday. I'm 31. Tell me happy birthday in the comments, or not, that's fine too. So I'm going to run through just a few things that I picked up today. I went down to Bass Pro. I signed up for a Bass Pro club card, and then I told my wife when I got home, you know, not a great choice, but I did it. I saved some money, though. It was great. We're going to immediately put that credit card in the freezer so I don't ever use it again. Anyways, so I'm going to run through just a few things that I got. I'm super excited for this, and we're going to put these things to the test this year and see how we go. So first things first, Texas rig for decoys. These things, I went with 48-inch 4-ounce weights, and I've got probably 2.5 dozens of duck decoys just sitting around waiting to be refilled with some foam, cleaned up, touched up with some paint jobs. So I had to get some more Texas rigs for those. But for that also, we got some goose decoy butt ups. All right, and so we're going to do some unboxing here. See how they look. I am finally getting some of my own stuff, which is sweet. I'm super thankful for Frank, because Frank has a lot of stuff already, so I have not needed really anything as of late, and I wanted to contribute a little bit. So this is a new thing. I don't think we've used these at all yet, but it is a floating decoy, and it's just a butt up. So that old goose down low feeding, getting that head down in the water, shaking that little rump. It's gonna be good. These look great, and I think these are going to be a nice addition to the spread. All right. Then after that, we've got, look at that. These are all Northern Flight brand things. Didn't even plan that. We got some silhouettes. We found that using silhouettes has been really, really awesome. What do you think, bud? What do you think? What do you think? There's Bruno. So if you can't tell, Bruno's walking on 3 legs. He tore his ACL like a month ago. We were going to hunt him this year. Now we're not, because he's got surgery this week. So we're going to get him fixed up, get him back, ready to do some hunting, huh, Bubba? Yeah, exactly. So let's get these popped open here. Take a look at them. We did a lot with silhouettes last season because they are lightweight, super easy to use, super easy to set up, super easy to carry. These Northern Flight ones, they come with 3 different positions. So there's like a feeding, there's like a sentry, all sorts of good stuff. Smells new. Lovely. So here you go. Silhouette, nice and thin. All the stands are in here. And like I said, there are 3 different positions. So we've got feeders, some sentries, and all other good stuff. So we got a dozen of these. We got our 2 floating butt ups. Now the biggest piece of the puzzle is right here. Frank and I went driving around town yesterday, and we were doing some scouting. Early season starts in like a week and a half. It's still really hot. It was like almost 90 degrees today, which is kind of a bummer, but that's okay. But we did some scouting, looking around at some different properties that we feel really confident. We know people that own it, or know people that can get us permission to hunt it. So all that to say, it's a lot of fields. It's not necessarily a whole lot of hunting over water. And so as these farmers harvest, we're really hoping to get some access to some different cornfields, and a lot of farmers did soybeans this year up here in Northeast Ohio. But one of the biggest things I found I needed was a layout blind when we get into those fields. So Bass Pro was having a nice sale that ends tomorrow. That's why I went out and got all these things today. So I picked up this layout blind for like 99 bucks, which is a steal in my opinion. It's Northern Flight brand. So let's get it popped open and see how it fits. See how it goes. What do you think, bro? What do you think, Bubs? Huh? What do you think, Bubs? What do you think about that? Huh? You gotta let me get in there first. All right, Bruno's making it his home. Watch out, bud. Yeah, get off. Yeah, get off. So here's what I love about these things. Super easy to unfold and flip out. Hey, can you move? Golly, bud, read the room, would you? And then setup is... Come on, dog. Come on, dog. Bruno, stop. What are you doing, you goober? Yeah, I should have practiced setting it up before I just popped in here. Kick that stand back in there. Not quite in the pocket yet, but it's close enough. Watch out, Bubba. Lay that back down in there. Buckle it in. We've got a nice little pillow back there for some added comfort. And there she is. What do you think of that, buddy? Huh? What do you think? What do you think, bud? All right, how about let Daddy get in? Yeah, you can't because he's broken. Ugh. No, Bubba. You're too big for this right now. No. Off. Alright, so clearly the dogs ain't never seen this before. Oh. Get ourselves down in there. And get mauled by your dogs. There she blows. I think Bruno's going to use this more than I am, I guess. So lots of great spots to attach all your camouflage, straw, hay, all that kind of fun stuff. So super excited. All right, now we're going to move on to the blind bag, okay? If you can't tell by looking at me, it's like 90 degrees today. It's hot out here. It's sweaty. I'm sorry. We're going to move on to the bag, to the things we're taking with us every time we go, in addition to all the things we just unboxed. So let's start with the bag itself. Here she blows, right? Hard bottom. You never know if you're going to be out in the muck, in the wet stuff. But this is a bag by Allen Company, I believe. Maybe not. But it is a duck hunting bag that dreams are made of, okay? Plenty of shell holders. There's a whole pocket here just for your ammo boxes, all that kind of fun stuff. Love this bag. It has been great. Man, it's huge. It holds a ton of stuff. And I overpack for everything. And I'm going to show you why, all right? But I overpack. So this is great. So let's get into the contents, all right? Probably the most important thing to always have in your blind bag. Emergency TP. Maybe you've been there. You've been in the woods and nature called and you weren't ready to answer. Always be ready to answer with your emergency TP in a bag. You don't want no soggy TP. Ain't gonna feel good on the old rump. All right. Next, the second most important thing, your coffee vessel. Okay, whether you're a coffee person or not, this is what's gonna keep you up in those early mornings. And if it's camouflage like this guy, you just leave it sitting out. So I'm always gonna have some coffee with me in that. Next up, and I'm going not in any particular order, just the way they're situated in my bag right now, hammocks. All right. Now, you'd be surprised that this is something in a duck hunting bag, but where we go hunting most of the time, um, it's public hunting. You need to get there early to get your spot and all that kind of stuff. And so, what's he doing? He eating something? Bruno, what'd you eat, buddy? Some fluff, maybe? The life of a wonderful Labrador retriever. Just eating whatever the heck he wants, apparently. Well, Carla's going to deal with that. I'm going to keep going, all right? So, hammocks. I usually bring 2 or 3 of them because of the amount of people that are going with us. But those early mornings, sometimes you got to get there early on public land to get your spot. And so what I'll do is we'll get our spread set up, we'll get the blind set up and ready, and we've got 2 hours until shooting light. We sit there, we talk, we hang out. Sometimes you need to just take a quick little nap. We set these up in the trees behind us, take a little nap, hammock. Then, these I'm going to do together. That's kind of loud. Some shell pouches, okay? Now, the reason that there's 2 is because one is for early when it's warm, the other is for later when it's cold, all right? So this is Drink Waterfowl's, just a little clip-on thing, goes right onto my waders, holds 24 shells, as well as it's got a zipper pocket for extras, choke tubes, whatever else you might want to put in there. And it's great because my waders, I'll show you those here in a second too, those have shell pockets on them as well. And so I've got all the shells I need just on me. And I'll explain why that's a good thing when I show you the amount of shells I take with me. So again, I use this one early season when it's nice and warm still. I don't have to have any like hand warmers. And then this one by Ducks Waterfowl, which I love, is a hand muff as well. So there's an inside pocket for hand warmers, all that kind of fun stuff. This thing is sweet. Okay. Then the old call lanyard. So right now there's only goose calls on here because right now, early season, that's all we're gonna be going after, them geese. All right. So once normal season comes around, we'll throw the duck calls back on there and all that. But that's the lanyard setup right now. Got all our calls there. A couple game toters. I'll just keep these in the bag in case we get a good harvest. These aren't going to work well for geese because geese are gigantic. But these are great to haul out some ducks if you do well. Take those all the time. Hearing protection. We're using some big boy guns. All right. We like to use 12 gauge, 3.5-inch super mags. Sure, it may sound overkill. You do you. I'm gonna do me. Whatever. But hearing protection. Really like these walkers, little earbuds, rechargeable, sweet. They're comfy, they work well, they last a good while, and so they are a good one for us. And look at how tiny they are. They just fit in this little case. It's wonderful. Headlamp. Always got to have some. Okay, it works. It didn't turn on the first time. Olight Perun 2. Love this thing. It is super, super, super bright. Highly recommend. I want to get another one just to have. These things are sweet. Love that headlamp. It is a game changer, especially early morning when it's dark out. I always have a knife with me of sorts. This one I actually found duck hunting last year on a lanyard in a nice little case, and it's a sweet little thing. I still got to clean it up. It's got some rust, but this was a freebie. This was a find out in the woods. So that's pretty cool. That one stays in the bag all the time. Then we've got our shells. Okay. Now, as I get these boxes out, I'll show you what I just bought for early season, and I'll explain what I'm taking with me. Okay. So, I just got these 2 boxes. These are 12 gauge, 3.5-inch, and these are BB shot, which is pretty big. But we're trying to knock down some pretty big birds. Okay. Now I know a lot of people are going to say that is way too big. You don't need that. Sure, but wouldn't you rather have more than not enough? Come on. And so again, that's what we're using for geese. And then I usually will take another case. These are 3.5-inch number 2s. I love using number 2, number 3 shot because you can use them for geese and ducks. And then I didn't bring it all downstairs because all these together is going to be really heavy, right? But upstairs in the repertoire, I've got everything from 2 3/4 to 3.5-inch, from number 4 shot all the way up to BB. We've got a little bit of everything to kind of cover all of our bases. The only thing I didn't bring down is obviously if you're going waterfowl hunting, you better believe it. You're going to have your federal duck stamp with you, all right? That's always in the bag. And I'm sure there's a couple other little bits and bobs, snacks, all that kind of stuff. But these are the bare essentials that will be on every single trip that we go on. These things are going to be in the bag. Now to the waders. All right, last but not least, probably one of the most expensive parts, aside from your shotgun, your waders. Okay. The first year I went out, I only had my fishing waders, which were green, and they were like a dark green, so they worked. I could hide enough, but they were PVC, and so they were super thin. So I had to wear like triple layers on the cold days. So I went to the total opposite side, and I got very heavily insulated waders that are very, very warm and make it very uncomfortable to hunt early season when it's still 80 degrees out. So these are the ones we got, though. Again, these, you could spend $300 to $800 to $1,000 on your waders. That ain't me. All right. So I went with some good old Amazon brand. I mean, Hi-C is not an Amazon brand, but you can get them on Amazon. And so that's what I have. These are Hi-C waterfowl waders. Again, they have a little shell pocket here, Velcro pocket up there. This hat is supposed to have an LED strip light in it, and it came with like this plasticky thing on here, so I just took it off because I was like, well, it's annoying. Hand warmer pocket through there, all with drainage spots and all that kind of good stuff. And then 800 grain thinsulate boots, so nice and toasty and warm. So yeah, again, these things are great. They neoprene all the way through. They are very warm though for early season, so that's the only thing is you gotta be okay with sweating it out a little bit. So yeah, these things are awesome. I've emailed Hi-C 3 times now since last year, asking them to sponsor me. And there's like they have a program or something where you can go in and apply to be like a product reviewer, tester, or something. And obviously, they want like people on social media to be doing that. So I've emailed them 3 times now asking to be that. But we're on, as of day right now recording, we're at 135 subscribers. We got to up that bad boy. All right, so make sure you share this with your friends, with your family, with grandma, whoever. And hey, if you know anybody at Hi-C, I'd be like, hey, help this brother out. He's repping your brand. He's loving it. Give him a deal. All right. So that's what we got cooking. I think that's everything. All right. Well, thanks for watching, y'all. This was a fun one. We got to do some unboxing, a what's in the bag review, talk through the season a little bit. Super bummed that Bruno here won't be joining us, but we're gonna get that leg taken care of this week, and recovery is supposed to be a few months. But because he's kind of a gimp right now, we're not gonna do too much. We kind of left our training for retrieving and all of that at a standstill just because I don't want him overexerting on his good leg. And so we're going to see what happens, but we're going to get him back. We're going to train. Once he's healthy again, we're going to get him back in the groove. He was doing so good. So we're going to get him back out there. We're going to have a great season. The goal this year is, first of all, we just want to get some good numbers, man. I'd love to get some geese in the freezer, get some ducks in the freezer, catching cooks. I'm going to do some jerky recipe. And tell you what, if we were able to get a band this year, let me tell you, that'd be something nice. And I feel good about it. I was talking to Frank yesterday, and I was like, man, I don't know. I feel like something good's going to happen this year. Like, we going to get a band, maybe. Hey, Place, get over here. What are you doing? Get your butt out of the camera. Huh? So, yeah, it's going to be a good season. We're going to have fun. Bruno will be with us next year. So, yeah, stay tuned. Early season starts in a week and a half, you guys. It's going to be good. We'll see you then. like, comment, subscribe.